First time in a long time, but back like I never left. Taking each day as it comes, you know me, I don't read ahead. Watch me burn down everything, BDE on the TV set. When I'm in control on the road, you can never really know what's up next.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Braden Herrington here with Davie Portman for upNXT. PostWrestling.com, Apple Podcasts, whatever podcast app you found us on, and of course,
Twitch.tv/upNXT podcast. Hello, Twitch Room.
Hello, Twitch Room. Yes, we are Tuesday nights. We're your friends.
Friends.
We're your NXT friends.
Friends.
And we record this podcast Tuesday nights after we watch NXT. We hang out in the Twitch chat and we record this show, and we do the same thing Wednesday nights for BD Elite.
Every Tuesday, every Wednesday, we sit here in the BDE.
That's right.
We talk a little bit about ourselves. We talk a little bit about the world.
Yeah.
We plug the shit out of our Patreon.
Yeah.
And then we talk about NXT and AEW. And it's glorious. And we do it each and every week.
Yeah. NXT, AEW, all the stuff you want to hear. We'll talk about it. We'll be in your ear. We'll be your friends that don't like wrestling. Like, the ones that don't like it will be your friends that do like wrestling.
Be friends that do like wrestling.
Yeah.
You can talk to us about wrestling.
Yeah. I love when people are like, oh, listening to you is like listening to a conversation with friends. That's right. You're our friend.
Yeah.
Don't ever forget it.
Yeah.
Because you know why? UpNXT is a safe space.
We're
inclusive.
Safe. Too many people getting triggered out there, but right here, this is a safe space. Urban Meyer can dance with whoever he wants here. It's a safe space.
I didn't know who he was until about 5 minutes into the show.
About 5 times during the show.
Sorry, I watch fake sports. All the drama and things about being canceled, I focus on that. But when a guy is like, "Oh, well, he's done," the way they treated it, I was like, "Oh, this guy must have done something." God
forbid you get a dance off of someone.
Again, not really sure who he is. He's a football guy.
He's the coach for Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
So Tony's team.
Oh, wait for the acclaims too.
So no wonder why NXT were loving it.
Yeah, that's funny. That's pretty funny. But controversy creates cash. So those Jaguars, they're gonna start having, like, I don't know, dance themed thing. I don't even know. What is he? He's the coach.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He was the one in. He made an appearance in Stadium Stampede. You know, when Jericho.
Oh,
and
right.
MJF were
That's right.
fighting. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I do. So I do know this guy.
You do, yeah.
Wow, big fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. We hope you're happy wherever you may be listening to us talk about some NXT 2.0. It's a big night because not only are they still introducing some new gimmicks, we'll get into them, but they're pushing the gimmicks that they've come out with, and they're promoting a Halloween Havoc.
Promoting Halloween Havoc, and also I would say this felt to me the first time that in a long time that they're really addressing main roster stuff a lot. We've seen it, like Beth bringing up Edge the last few weeks, but with the draft just happening, pour one out, Austin Theory, Xia Li, Hit Row, Ridge Holland, Aaliyah.
So Aaliyah and Xia are on the same...
SmackDown, yeah.
Xia.
It can still happen, guys. It can still happen. But yeah, I felt there was a lot more... I actually watched Raw last night, and I felt the promotion for tonight's NXT was heavier than usual. And then on tonight's show, like referencing Raw and SmackDown quite a bit with the draft that's just happened. And obviously it looks like Ridge and Hit Row are going to stay around for a couple of weeks to kind of finish off their feuds, their stories. Right. But we kind of asked last week who we think is going to move up. You kind of called Ridge and Hit Row, I believe.
Listen, I'm the Nostradamus when it comes to this shit. Yeah. Sting, he's coming back.
I thought it would just be the people we've kind of seen disappear, but Ridge and Hit Row, slight surprise to me.
It makes sense for Hit Row. They're a hot act. I do think we didn't see too much of them actually wrestle outside of Swerve, because Swerve goes back a long ways on the independent scene and everything. Like, he was a cool wrestler for the hardcore fans before all this. So it's like he's definitely the the leader and the king when it comes to this crew. But I'm like, okay, I want to see CJ Francis AJ Francis Top Dollar. I want to see him like prove all these people like wrong, essentially, because people are like, oh, he's green. Well, he's like, yeah, I'm green on money. Like, what do you want?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's someone that in the matches we have seen him have, I think, yeah, he's clearly green, but he's done a good job at kind of accentuating strengths and hiding weaknesses.
Right.
And if he can stay in the kind of tag with Ashanti, I think he could be fine up there. I'd say he's impressed me more than like Babatunde and Omos have on the main roster. So I kind of think him with like his promo skills as well and just being in a hot act, he'll be fine. It's kind of B-Fab I worry for, because I think it's been clear the last couple of matches that she is someone who needs a bit more seasoning, unlike ring work, where being kind of in that mix and lost in the women's division, I can't see having as much of a chance to improve, maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
But Swerve, obviously, more than ready. And
I'm interested in seeing the act.
I feel a shame we never had like Swerve in like a top NXT Championship sort of takeover match.
Yep.
We're not going to get that now. And who knows if we're going to have arena takeovers again or anytime soon. I think it's a shame we didn't get that, because I think Swerve was just hitting his stride in NXT, and it would have been nice to have seen a main event run. Like a Ciampa match or something like that would have been pretty cool.
100%. We talked about it for a while when he was just kind of chilling in NXT for quite a while, when he was definitely like doing some real hot stuff outside of WWE. He kept popping up in a bunch of other, we were doing reviews of some indie stuff, and the wrestlers.
Lucha Underground?
Yeah, Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he kind of proved himself way before NXT. And then he kind of got watered down, and then they referenced that in this Hit Row run. And then now, I think what they've been doing the past little while with Hit Row before this NXT 2.0 change will work 100% on a SmackDown. I think even said it when they did their Cypher that first time. I was like, oh, this should be what wrestling is right now. Like, this should be a hot act. And I guess someone else thought the same, and we'll probably see them go pretty far. I know the whole thing with WWE going forward is bigger guys. He's not necessarily a bigger guy, but I still think Swerve is definitely money. It's definitely a hot act that they can.
And also, like,
they can't mess it up, right? They can't.
I know.
They can't, right? You're gonna put a hot, like a modern take, like,
how many times have we said this though?
Yeah, of course. That's
but like you look at it, they're on SmackDown, and you go, you could do like the Bloodline with these guys. Like, I think Hit Row is a top act, and like the promos between like Heyman, Roman, and Swerve and Ashanti, and doing the ciphers, the Usos being involved with that, I think. Yeah, that sounds money to me. Yeah. Get Wale in there, did you say? Yeah, of course.
I know we thought we'd be getting Legado del Fantasma versus Hit Row in some sort of NXT War Games, because they've been doing that every time around Survivor Series. I think they should do War Games Bloodline versus the New Day.
Yeah.
In WWE. Like, I know they do Survivor Series and stuff, but what would even make sense for a War Games now here in NXT? What would make sense for a takeover here?
For a takeover, I think you've got Kyle and Pete are still going at it. I think we'll probably see Kyle Ciampa, maybe. I mean, who knows? Bron Breakker could be winning this thing. I wouldn't put it past them.
Right.
I do think you're capable of putting together a takeover card with the people you've got there. You've got Grimes, you've got Johnny, you've got Pete, you've got Ciampa, you've got MSK, Imperium, the women's division, pretty strong still.
Right.
I think you've got enough people there. It's just these last 3 weeks, obviously, we're focusing on a lot of new guys as well.
Yeah. It feels weird. I didn't really watch. I didn't watch any of this draft, but I noticed that they were calling some of the people up, and it's always I want to see these people, like, this is their dreams to succeed and stuff. But yeah, as just a fan, I'm someone who's given up on this show like time ago. So it's like when you watch a TV show, like a series, and you've stuck by for like I don't know, 4 seasons, 5 seasons, and then it's starting to hurt, and then you go, all right, like, I'm done. And then, like, you see an advertisement a year later, and they're like, yeah, guest starring, though, is this such and such, or now they're doing a swerve in the story, and you're like, you know what? That does sound pretty good.
It makes it...
Should I tune in? Should I do it? And then I tune in, and I go, why did I do this? Why did I tune in?
Then I find sometimes I'm watching it, and something good actually happens, and I start questioning myself. I'm like, that was okay, right?
Yeah.
That last bit, but you've got so little faith in the main roster these days. I do think it seems the last couple of weeks that they are sort of making a bit more of an effort, and it does seem like they're giving a bit of a push. It'll be interesting to see. I want to be invested again in the main roster.
Knocked Out Films in the Twitch chat right now is saying, "Oh, that's how I felt about Walking Dead. That's how I was imagining it in my head."
We talked about this on What's Next, which is coming out later this week. All about falling out of Walking Dead.
Yeah, it feels WWE is something I've fallen out of, right? So maybe I love my good thriller series or whatever, right? And I finally, after so long, I gave up on it, and I was like, you know what? Like, I'll move on. But then, hey, I see TNT's got this new series that comes out, and I go, well, you know what? That might be up my alley more. And now I watch that show. But there's still some things that it's WWE, it's wrestling. Like, you know what you're getting into. Yeah, it's this more entertainment product. You can watch NXT UK because they'll be having people in the crowds again soon, maybe, hopefully. So there's so much different stuff.
I just find it funny with WWE and just the whole like mentality behind it all. Every single documentary that WWE themselves produce, like Monday Night Wars, all of that stuff. What's the story they always say? Oh, well, WWE were starting to focus on occupations and became way too cartoonish, whereas WCW thought, let's make it a bit more real, give them their real names, give a sense of reality to it.
Yeah.
And that's when they had their, 82 weeks of winning the ratings. Every single WWE produced documentary acknowledges that the time when they were focusing on occupations and bodies wasn't working.
Right.
Yet, what is their MO right now? Is focus on occupations and bodies. We found a poker player today in NXT.
We get a poker player. The cons, we got more silly gimmicks like a poker player. The pros, Tony D'Angelo. And we'll talk about it. But if you want to hear us talk about more stuff, yes, What's Next is a show we have coming out this week. We're going to be looking at the June 5th, 2013 edition of NXT. It's a new month. It's October 5th. Now's a good time. $5 for North American tier, patreon.com. We got a bunch of spooky season stuff coming up. We got a Halloween Havoc we're going to be doing, WCW. We're going to do a Best Match Ever casket match.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's coming up for spooky season. But this week, we're not quite jumping in because something else is finally happening this week. I don't know if anyone's ever heard yet, but apparently there is time to die.
There's time to die. We started a little project on our Patreon like 18 months ago.
8 years ago.
Yeah. Where we were going to go in order of the Daniel Craig Bond films.
Right.
And we timed it perfectly so we'd do Spectre and then No Time to Die would come out. And then someone ate a bat.
Yeah.
And the world went to shit, and this film kept on being pushed back. So, with No Time to Die coming out this week on the 8th, we're going to release on the 7th our review of Spectre. And hey, look, that is kind of spooky. Spectre.
What does it mean? Like ghost?
Ghost, yeah.
Yeah.
So, 2015 Bond film, Spectre.
Is Batista in it?
Batista's in it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to hear the BDE chat about Bond, that's coming out this weekend as well. So a retro NXT review, we're talking about Big E prepping for his title defense against Bo Dallas. Colin Cassidy shows up. Sami Zayn, Cesaro feud, Cassius Ohno, Corey Graves. There's a lot going on. Rusev's there. The women's title tournament, everything's popping off in NXT. So those are 2 shows coming out this week, but go check up on the socials and everything because so many shows.
Well, you brought up Tony D'Angelo. Don't forget. You talked about another Tony this week.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Well, if you want more free shows on this very feed, if you scroll a few shows prior, me and John Cino from Shot in the Dark, which is also on this free feed, we did a movie review of The Many Saints of Newark, the new Sopranos HBO prequel thing. There's a lot of mixed reactions for this movie. So if you want to hear our reactions and us go through the whole thing, we talk about popular and our favorite moments from like the show. We talk a lot about the show, to be honest. So if you're a Sopranos guy, go check out that show with me and Sino, because I learned a lot. I learned about slang. I learned about food. I'm pretty much Italian.
You're Italian now?
Yeah, especially after watching Tony D'Angelo come out tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
I know he watched the movie. He should be in the I think they're going to do like a sequel or something. I don't know. There's some mixed reactions.
Okay.
But go check it out.
I haven't seen it yet. I do intend to. I love the series.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen it. But yeah, I definitely want to watch that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sino as well.
Yeah.
Turning Heels is on this feed as well. B. Detroit and John Cena talking all about the latest episode of Heels. And Cena will also have Shot in the Dark coming out tomorrow on this feed, covering you all the wrestling you may have missed in the last week.
Yeah, so all these free shows on here, on this very feed. Hit that subscribe, follow, give us a nice review, whatever podcast app, Apple Podcast people, give us a nice review if you like these free shows. But, yes, patreon.com, only $5, North American tier. So many shows, all these scary movies. We're going to be doing The Exorcist as well. I think there's a tie-in with Chucky. We keep seeing advertisements tonight. Maybe we got to do a little bit of some Child's Play in there as well.
Absolutely. And I think with Dynamite kind of moving around a little bit this month, we're going to have a couple of Wednesday nights free. So I'm thinking maybe let's see if we can try and all together escape The Undertaker with a bit of a watch-along.
Yeah, when's the AEW move? Next week?
It's 16th and 23rd, I think.
Okay, so the 16th, maybe we'll do some sort of watch-along and do that new BD... Sorry, BD.
So it's one of those... It's like... was it Bandersnatch? Was that the name? The Black Mirror episode where you kind of choose the path.
Right.
It's interactive, so it could be fun to all play
together.
together.
So it's the New Day?
It's New Day trying to run away from Undertaker or something.
Right. Is he in his gear?
Well, Undertaker?
Or is he like in his...
It's the same day
Blue Lives Matter shirt.
Yeah,
okay.
Film some birthday wishes for your grandma and then...
Scooby-Doo! Remember that one? That was the best. So maybe that'll happen. We'll do some other spooky stuff as well, but the schedule's all up there. Give us a shot. It's only $5 a month. That's how we do things. And if you're a horror fan, this month is definitely the right time for you. So yeah, that's what's happening for us here. I guess we should get into what's going on with NXT 2.0 here tonight. I purposely did not want to bring up Squid Games because I want to watch it. Okay. So I'm going to watch
I've only seen the first episode, right, yeah. So I'm going to watch some more tomorrow. But you referenced again a lot on this show.
Yeah. I didn't get any of them, but
no, it's you haven't understood the memes yet, I guess.
No, I'm behind. Yeah.
Exciting stuff.
I've just been researching about Urban Meyer to catch up on the world and topical things.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So maybe we'll talk a little bit about that tomorrow. I find it interesting. I saw someone tweet this. I'm so sorry I didn't write the tweet who wrote it. But Adam Cole opened an episode of NXT and Bobby Fish main evented the first episode of NXT, this being the same episode. That went head to head with Dynamite the first time like that debuted. When Adam Cole wrestled a match on an episode of NXT that started the show, and Bobby Fish was in the main event. That was the first NXT that went head to head with Dynamite. And tomorrow night on the second anniversary of Dynamite, Bobby Fish is in a match and Adam Cole is in a match.
That's true. So that was Adam Cole, Finn Balor.
Was it? I guess so, yeah.
What was the main event? I guess
Bobby Fish? Maybe it was a tag team match.
Tag titles?
Something like that. Yeah, just interesting.
Someone will know
how it can change in a span of 2 years. But yeah.
Will there be any interaction between the two tomorrow?
Adam Cole's already tweeted some things like, nice to see. I noticed that people are saying Bobby Fish is all elite.
What, signed?
Yeah, because his shirt that he came out with has the AEW logo on it. These internet people are smart.
Right.
They see everything.
It's like one of those trailer breakdowns.
Yeah.
We need a YouTube video all about the Bobby Fish graphic.
Yeah, I've watched a trailer breakdown of Spider-Man, whatever. Yeah. What's it called? Coming Home? Far From Home. Yeah.
No Way Home.
No Way Home?
No Way Home?
Home.
There was Homecoming,
home.
And then Far From Home was the second one, right?
No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Right. No Way Jose.
No Time to Die at Home, Spider-Man.
Yeah, I watched a breakdown of that, and I was like, yo, is Willem Dafoe showing up? I need to know. I like those videos, though. They help out. You can learn anything on YouTube.
They helped us when we were doing those Mandalorian reviews.
Mandalorian, I'd be like, who is this person? Wait, what? Did Greedo shoot first? I don't know. Hold on. I got to watch this.
McClunky.
Yeah. NXT 2.0 from October 5th, 2021. We get a video package for our tag team title match later tonight that kind of recaps what's going on with MSK, the champions, and some interactions they've had with grizzled young veterans. But since last week, this match has now changed to a fatal four-way tag title match.
I was convinced after this announcement that MSK were dropping the titles tonight.
Yeah.
It kind of felt, with it being such a sudden move and the draft and everything, and I know there's free agencies as well, I kind of thought maybe MSK got a last-minute call-up.
Yeah,
but
that's pretty
obviously
wild.
not after the end of the show. But yeah, weird to just change the match, getting that main roster influence, not delivering what was promised.
Right. I feel like MSK could be called up.
Yeah.
Like they could be a team. I know Matt Riddle said he wants to hang out with them. So let them do their gimmicks together with Randy. Randy and the Rascals.
Randy and the Rascals.
Randy, Riddle, and the Rascals.
Wow. That would be pretty fun.
That's good. There. I just wrote like a year's worth of TV.
Yeah.
All this. Randy, I think Randy's a fan of the smoke.
Oh,
too.
he is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
so.
Yeah, I think that's why him and Riddle are getting along. Yeah, one of them's sativa, one of them's hybrid. Yeah, I would like that. They didn't do Johnny and the Rascals. They didn't deliver on that. So we need Randy and the Rascals.
Randy and the Rascals.
Randy, Riddle, and the Rascals. It will be the greatest faction in wrestling.
Yeah.
Say that 10 times fast. Well, we start off, though, with a match. And out comes Toxic Attraction, meaning brunette Mandy Rose, Gigi Dolan, and JC Jane. But Mandy's going one-on-one against Ember Moon. And I've heard correctly, Shotzi and Tegan are no longer...
They're split. One's on Raw, one's on SmackDown.
Right. So
that lasted long.
Because Ember was with Shotzi here, and they were pretty good together. But it seemed like Ember was just taking Shotzi's gimmick, and then it seemed like Tegan was just taking Shotzi's gimmick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, huh. And with Halloween Havoc, like, announced, spoiler, but, like, do we get Shotzi to come back just to host it again?
I'd like that.
Yeah. Please?
Yeah. Who'd be a good host instead?
Well, it can't be Dexter again.
Can it be the poker player? Poker stars, Duke?
It'll be Lash LaRue. Sorry, Lash Legend.
Yeah, I guess.
No one's
spooky.
Joe Gacy?
Joe Gacy will be eventually. But.
Yeah, no one's spooky. Wow, look at us asking for spooky people.
Oh, Mei Ying. Mei Ying can host. Mei Ying and Boa are hosting Halloween Havoc.
Yeah.
There you go. They're spooky.
Mandy Rose versus Ember Moon. We get Mandy beating down on Ember. They go to the outside, and Ember kind of scares off the two side friends here, and then power bombs Mandy onto the apron with a apron bomb here, and then shoves Toxic Attraction away back in the ring. Mandy slams her down and then puts these like leg locks around her and these submission moves, then turns it into a standing abdominal stretch, but Ember comes back, hits the flying code breaker off the top rope, and then this crazy rolling elbow that definitely connected with Mandy.
Yeah. Been watching the G1, just these forearms right to the jaw.
Whew. Mandy looked like her eyes were watering after receiving this shot to the face. But Ember goes up for the Eclipse, and Mandy gets out of it, runs at her with this crazy running, what is it, the Rose Trigger?
Yeah.
The running knee strike, and it is over. Mandy Rose pins Ember Moon. And the story is Ember Moon needs to find herself.
Yeah, she had that promo, was it last week, where she was saying, like, she needs a bit of an attitude change or something. She seemed just like Ember Moon here.
Yeah.
But obviously they're playing into that more, and we're going to, I hope, see a kind of change of character with her. Because I don't really know where to go with Ember Moon. She's been lost for a few years, I feel now. Like, the tag run was good, but like as soon as that was over, she does get lost in the shuffle very easily. I thought the match was all right. I think Mandy continues to impress and show improvement. I don't feel she seems out of place in this title picture role, and I think that knee does look pretty good. And Ember, as always, is pretty great. the code breaker I really liked especially. But yeah, it was all right.
Mandy looks like definite star,
Yeah.
obviously. And Brunette, this whole change or whatever, like, yeah. Something still screams like, yeah, needs work, and something doesn't seem quite, like, fully clicking, but...
There's a bit of... I found there was a little bit of clunkiness, maybe not the, like, smoothness in between each kind of move and stuff between the two, but I definitely think she's improved a lot and does feel like a star here.
Well, they're the attraction, as we'll learn a little bit more later on tonight. But yeah, poor Ember losing to Mandy here. We get a video for Santos and Legado del Fantasma, and it's like them walking in this hallway with these lights and stuff at nighttime in their suits. And Hit Row, SmackDown saved your asses. You're just a bunch of wannabe thugs, and your deadliest weapons are your words. So we'll show you. Elektra Lopez says that she shut the trap of B-Fab, and you gotta go run away to SmackDown now. So Santos challenges Swerve, saying, prove to me and to your crew that you're a man and face me. So what kind of man are you? So Santos wants that title.
I actually really liked the way this was shot. I thought it made them look pretty cool, and I liked all four of them having their own say here. I think Mendoza was talking Spanish with subtitles, but I liked everyone getting in their thing, and it kind of does feel whenever we see Hit Row talk, it's normally all four of them have something to say, and I kind of like it being mirrored with these guys now, where it's not just Santos talking, but you've got the rest doing their bit as well. Yeah, I thought they looked good.
And like, yeah, I mean, you could say, yeah, you ran away.
Yeah.
Like, you're leaving, and you have that title, so what the hell? Defend it, essentially. And it's the match we all want to see, anyways. We go to our next match, though. Some would say this is the match we all want to see. LA Knight versus Odyssey Jones, one-on-one. So these two got in a little bit of an argument. LA Knight keeps getting beat by all these new kids, and Odyssey Jones seems to have some issues with, Andre...
Did somebody say Andre Chase?
Yeah. Odyssey Jones changes gear, so he's in all black singlet now. It looks good.
It looked better, yeah.
Yeah.
None of the colors.
Yeah. He's throwing LA Knight around here, the poor $1 million megastar. He throws him into the turnbuckle. He goes to do it again, but gets, he misses and goes into the turnbuckle on the other end. And this is when LA Knight takes advantage. There's knee drops. There's a standing elbow drop. He goes to try to pick him up to body slam Jones, but Jones is a lot bigger than him and just falls down on him.
To be fair, he got him up for a little bit.
But he falls over him. Jones picks him up again, hits him with this gut buster. But this is when, did somebody say Andre Chase? Because he interferes here on the apron, a distraction, allowing LA Knight to hit this jumping pop-up neck breaker onto Jones, and Jones' foot is so happily placed under the ropes, but Chase just pushes it back in the ring. The ref doesn't see, counts the 3, and LA Knight beats Odyssey Jones.
Yeah, it was all right. Didn't do a whole lot for me. I like the feud we're getting between Odyssey Jones and Andre Chase. I think of the people being kind of featured, these are two I may be a little bit more interested in. Andre Chase I go back and forth with. I just think he's funny, I guess.
Yeah.
There's I don't know if it's a guilty pleasure or what. There's something I'm interested about this guy.
Right, yeah.
Where I can't say I was thinking about that when he first showed up.
Yeah, he's done something, he's made it a comedy thing, but...
yeah, this was fine.
It's going to lead to this match where Jones kills him. I
assume so.
Yeah. It didn't really move a needle for me either.
Yeah. Don't have a whole lot to say about this one.
Anyways, next segment, we go to Cameron Grimes backstage. He's looking happy. He's looking smiley. He's talking about love is in the air, apparently, in NXT 2.0. We got a wedding recently. We see Trey Baxter and Cora Jade making out backstage. And I'm jealous, says Cameron Grimes. He says Cameron Grimes is now officially on the search to find a lucky lady. And out walks to interrupt him Pete Dunne.
Not quite what he's looking for.
Yeah, no, definitely not. It looks a little mean. Pete is with Ridge, and Pete says, hey, I heard it's almost like, hey, is someone looking for a lady? Well, I'm the baddest man.
Yeah. So I was just looking for love. It didn't say I was bad at all.
I'm the baddest man. He has to remind him here. And Cameron Grimes is kind of big shotting him here. He's like, oh yeah, I'm listening to you, and like looking away off camera because you can hear someone's talking, and he's like, yeah, cool, whatever you have to say, because they have a match later. And Cameron Grimes goes to try to chop. Is it Mackenzie Mitchell? I don't know who.
No, it was just two random girls backstage.
They shouldn't have been talking during the segment.
This is true.
But
this is true.
Grimes, he's interested.
Yeah.
He's going to find his
And
love.
then one of them started to fob him off, but we just cut away.
I thought it was our TV. That just
no,
cut
it
away.
just cut away.
Yeah, no. Yeah. So Cameron Grimes is going to...
He's looking for love.
Yeah. So this guy was... he was Cameron Grimes with the hat. And then he was Cameron Grimes with
the money?
With the zombie.
Oh, yeah.
Then he was Cameron Grimes with the money. Then he was Cameron Grimes with the money man. Now he's Cameron Grimes with the ladies.
Looking for love.
Yeah.
We going to have him on Tinder and all of that?
Yeah, I mean...
Is that going to be a thing for him?
That would be pretty great.
Yeah?
Yeah, he goes on dates. People set him up.
You're going to start seeing him date random people from the PC?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be great. Set him up. Like, they should be an app. They should create an app.
Who would you set up with Cora Jade? With
Cora Jade?
No,
Cameron Grimes.
Cameron Grimes.
Yeah, who would you matchmake him up with?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Could be a good match.
Who do we have over there? Lash Legend.
Lash Legend and Cameron Grimes?
Yeah.
Oh, he could finance her to be like a big star.
She seems a little tied up maybe with someone else in a romantic endeavors. Maybe we'll get to later.
True,
but Cameron Grimes, who would you? I don't know who we would go with right now. Who likes money? Oh, Franky Monet.
Franky Monet?
Yeah.
No,
but she's gonna
he's better.
gold dig
he's better
him. Yeah,
that.
But she's gonna gold dig. Like she's gonna
we want love for Cameron.
Yeah, but he's gotta get his heart broken first.
Okay. So first Franky fucks him
story.
over, and who's gonna pick up the pieces?
Yeah, Jesse
Kamea?
Yeah.
In a babyface turn?
Maybe not.
I don't know if Swerve will be happy about that.
No, definitely not. Cameron Grimes can date. Who else?
Who was the girl that Franky Monet murdered earlier who didn't get a match? He can be with her.
Got murdered earlier.
Yeah, there was some jobber in the ring.
You're right. Don't say that word on this show.
Well, we didn't get a name, did we? I don't think.
Yeah. At UpNXT podcast, who do you want to see Cameron Grimes go for love with? I want to see him with someone who doesn't fit who you think. Do they have any 7 foot Persia, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Because then you'd have the double dates of Dexter and Indi with Persia and Grimes.
Yeah, and they have history, obviously, with the zombies and
Yeah.
stuff, and she likes money,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah, she's tall. Well.
yeah, true, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
interesting. It's all coming together.
And he's got the money to keep on flying back to Australia to see a family and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So Grimes looking for love. He's gonna date. But why? I do think he's good at comedy. But
Chris Leone is suggesting, what about the jacked girl in Diamond Mine?
100%. Yeah. He needs to be he's got to be whipped.
Oh, I think that would be. I think that could work.
Yeah. And then she tries to bring him into the diamond mine, and he's just not cutting it. But he buys her diamonds.
Yeah.
Because she likes diamonds, and they're a girl's best friend. Isn't that what they say?
I matched with the girl, and I was like, "Hi, how you doing?" And her first line was, "How much do you lift?" So I was like, "I'll see myself out."
I don't know. How much do you weigh? That's what you should have replied. Yeah, I want to see Grimes on Tinder and Bumble and Hitch, Banter, whatever apps.
We know he's good at these film segments, so yeah. I think they could have some fun with this.
Well, Grimes is wrestling later. We see Von Wagner and Kyle O'Reilly backstage, and Kyle's like, "Hey, man, look, I don't know why you keep having my back. You keep coming out and helping me, and I hate those guys, but I don't trust anybody, and no offense, but let me handle my business. Stay out of my way. Damn, Kyle.
Yeah.
Cool Kyle is cold.
Well, okay. I've talked to you about this. One of my jobs, which I've recently left, there were a bunch of new people that started working there.
Right.
And a few of them would talk to me as if it's my first day on the job.
Right.
And they'd be like 5-6 years younger than me and be like, "Hey buddy, how's your shift going?" And I'd be like, "Why the fuck are you talking to me like that? I've been here like a year and a half. I've been here longer than you." And that's what I understand why Kyle is maybe a little like, because this guy's like, "I like you, Kyle. You've got a lot of heart." Fuck off. Sorry, I've been in NXT for years. Yeah. I'm a multi-time tag team champion. I've had match of the year contenders. Who are you? Why are you telling me I've got a lot of heart? And fuck off. Stop saving me. Like, I appreciate it, but like, you know, respect your vets.
Yeah, true.
You know?
I thought it was weird with him basically like, stay out of my way, leave me alone. Because Kyle's usually a nice guy, but clearly he's got trust issues.
Well, Kyle wanted to go his own way after Undisputed Era, right, didn't he? And I'd just be a bit embarrassed if some like new kid is like coming helping me out all the time.
Yeah. Like,
I'd appreciate not being beaten up, but also Kyle wants to be the champion and has been close to being the champion here. Who the hell is this guy?
Close ain't cutting it. Von Wagner's going to slide in, steal that spot. Yeah, I find it weird that like this is the way you... Literally, you could just be like, "Hey, I got your back."
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Look, I got burned before. I got trust issues, but thanks. Yeah. That helps literally both of them. But this one, Kyle's not likable at all.
No.
And Kyle's Kyle. We all like Kyle, but like, what?
Yeah.
This is making us not like him. It's almost like this weird... They should be friends. But, like, I don't know.
Yeah, there should have been some history between these two. Or
nothing. Really weird.
Or, like, Kyle's been helping him train in the PC all this time. So he's like, "I look up to you. Like, I want to help you out, you know?"
Yeah.
But it seems like Wagner's playing Big Brother here. And I don't like that for Kyle. Because he's one of your, like, old guards here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Where do we go with Kyle? Like, is he still gonna... We keep saying, we were gonna get...
He's gotta have that title run.
We were gonna go for the title run. We wanted a Finn Balor rematch.
Yeah.
We were talking crazy time ago.
Kyle Bron Breakker for the title, I guess.
Book it. Well, speaking of, we go to our next segment. It's Ciampa, the NXT champion. He comes down to the ring, and he says right away, just so everyone knows, October 26th, Tuesday night, NXT Halloween Havoc returns. Woo.
Yeah.
He says, "I need an opponent." So I'm wondering if there's anyone out there that has the balls, has the big balls. That's popular in wrestling right now. It's balls. And shit. To step to me and face me.
I did find it funny, Seth saying shit on Raw yesterday, because he put out the tweet.
I can say shit?
Yeah. But he kind of like slid it in as if he...
Was this on Raw or was this when he was in Edge's house? Because that segment looked like shit.
Yeah, no, it was on Raw.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Got it. Well, someone answers the call. Cue the sirens, the Steiner sirens in the theme. I never noticed this. Did they add this?
I think he's had the sirens before.
Okay.
I didn't notice he had the whole Steiner actual lights going around and everything.
Out comes, you got it, Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker. He comes out and, well, he's still doing what I said he was going to do. And he's teasing us with the numbers promo because he says, "It doesn't matter if I was here 4 minutes, 4 seconds, 4 weeks, 4 months. I want to be champion." He's just teasing us with the numbers references. He says, I want that NXT title. It's all I care about, and that's what I'm here for. Ciampa says, "For you, this is just a stepping stone. This is something bigger and something much better than anything else to me. So in 3 weeks, I accept. You can fight me. You'll go from intern to a PhD. Well, that's just not going to happen." So
it's quite interesting here, Ciampa's words. He was basically saying, look, you want to win this, and then you want to go to the main roster, and you want to main event WrestleMania or whatever. That's not like, for him, for Ciampa, the pinnacle of this industry is the NXT Championship. That's kind of what he was saying here. And that, like, yeah, this is everything to me. And that, like, he is NXT.
Yeah.
He's what I got from that.
He is the old guard, like you said. Like, he is this guy, and he's making it seem like he cares about only this title.
Only this. He doesn't have the ambition to go do anything else.
I'm interested in seeing this match, obviously.
They've actually got me with this. I think both were a pretty good promo. Bron Breakker's really impressed me with his promos so far. And in ring, he's been impressive as well. And obviously, Ciampa is great. So I am interested in this.
Yeah, I was talking to Sino earlier, and he was saying that the name, it was Scott Steiner that's blocking it.
Okay.
Apparently, there is some tension of why he isn't using the name Steiner.
Interesting.
Which I'm like, dude, someone figure it out.
Yeah.
This name is so dumb.
Yeah.
He looked great. He looked like Scott here with the jacket and the leather jacket, and like he looked badass in his like street gear. But man, just call him Steiner. It's so good, please.
I guess his name is his like real name is Bronson Rex Steiner.
Okay.
Like surname Rex Steiner. So I guess the Breaker is like from the Wreck.
Right.
Like that's how they've come up with it. But
it is a wreck.
It is an odd name.
Yeah. Halloween Havoc though.
Do you see him winning?
No.
Okay.
No.
I don't want him to. I wouldn't surprise me though if he did win.
Wow.
Yeah.
That fast.
Yeah. I think they want to put a lot behind this guy.
Okay.
And I could see it happening.
See, like the old NXT, we'd get Ciampa retains, and then the takeover coming up, he'd face Kyle or Pete.
Yeah.
That's what we do, but now we don't know if there's takeover. We don't know anything. We just learned that there's this TV special, which is great, Halloween Havoc coming back, but yeah, I just need the Bron Breakker to just prove himself, have a banger. Yeah. Have a great match.
I am looking forward to this one.
Yeah, you don't need to win the match. You just have to have a great match, but yeah, part of me really doesn't want him to see it win this right away.
I don't either. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Really? Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me either. Now, like, you thinking about it, yeah. But I hope they have a good match. And it seems serious. Ciampa shoulder checks him on the way out, kind of checking him there. But yeah. Well, we go to Joe Gacy.
Here we go.
A promo here. He says, my impact in NXT is so huge that it had social media platforms crashing. See what he did
what
there?
A day that was.
Yeah.
October 4th, 2021.
How long was it out for?
It's like 5 hours.
5?
Yeah, something like that.
What did we do? What did you do?
Work was very boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a Twitter chat go. I couldn't keep up with that.
Twitter chat wasn't the same.
Twitter chat is not Facebook Messenger. I know people have moved on from Facebook, but Messenger's good.
Yeah, I don't use Facebook for much else other than the Messenger. So I like Instagram though.
Join the upNXT Facebook group.
I use that.
Yeah.
I use that. Yeah.
It was a dark day. Apparently Zuckerberg lost 7 billion.
He's probably got like 7 more.
Yeah.
Probably all right.
That's a bad day.
Can he still buy his T-shirts?
What's that?
The shirts that he always wears. He wears the same
thing.
Yeah. As long as he can afford that, he's fine. Yeah, the world was free for 5 hours, and then when it came back, we're like, oh yeah, this is what it's like. Yeah. What happens when Instagram and Facebook like close up just randomly? Do like all these like influencers and people lose?
Just die?
Yeah, they just give up. Like imagine you were like working so hard on like your Facebook profile or like your Instagram, you know, like your feed, you can like upload in it, you can make collages of stuff if you're smart with it. Imagine you're working so hard and they're just like, yeah, see it.
It's just done.
Yeah, it's like OnlyFans pretending they were going to stop being OnlyFans.
Yeah, this year's been wild.
It's not even over yet. Spooky season's just beginning. Spooky season's just starting. Just wild. Joe Gacy says he's the reason social media platforms crashed this week. He says this is a new era, an inclusive generation, and NXT won't crash. NXT 2.0 won't crash. He says, I will use the ring as our safe space. Tonight we gather in unity. Conflict can be resolved peacefully, and there can be 2 winners. He's got a match coming up a little bit later with Jiro. But
yes.
Wow.
He seemed creepier here this week. Just the way it was shot, it was just a dark room. He does have quite a creepy smile and eyes, but I was definitely getting more something a bit more sinister at play, maybe underneath.
Right.
Here.
Yeah.
I think this week the character kind of came together a bit more for me.
Yeah, me too, as it will. Before that match, though, we see Indi Hartwell and her friend Persia. They're hanging about backstage. They're walking. Indi's got a match later, but it sounded like the conversation they were talking about was Dexter Loomis's measurements. And Persia said 6? No. 7? No. 8? 9? Oh. And then they see a room leaking with smoke. Is it MSK? They open the door to find out, and it's Mei Ying and Boa just chilling in this dark room with the vape smoke everywhere.
Man, that's metal in your lungs.
I am all for hotboxing, but vape hotboxing? No.
Before a match as well?
No, definitely not. No. Bad.
Yeah, Boa was mad about it as well. He wasn't happy.
Stop it! Close the door! What are they doing in there? Dark room. You ever walk into a dark... David, you ever go to a party and you're like, is this the bathroom? And you walk in, there's like 6 people in there, lights off, there's lots of smoke. Turn around. That's what they did here. Persia's like, whoa, that's freaky. And Indi, of course, has to get in the last line here being like, freaky. Pff, I've seen freakier. Yeah. Walks off.
Dexter's a freak with a big old dick.
BDE.
Yeah.
9. I don't know what they meant by his measurements, but 9.
9.
Damn, Dexter. Damn, that's some spooky shit he's got going on. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was he using magnums last week, though, with the rubbers on the honeymoon? He's got to make sure.
Yeah, he had a lot of them, didn't he?
So he ties them together? I don't know if it works like that. We go to our next match. It's all inclusive. Joe Gacy versus Jiro. Did I say all inclusive like a hotel resort?
Yeah, I think so.
Joe Gacy versus Jiro. So for those of you who don't watch NXT, let me paint the picture here. Joe Gacy is dressed in a black button-up shirt, collared shirt, black jeans, black pants, hair done nice. He looks like a nice, respectable waiter at a nice place. Jiro is wearing his trunks, no shirt, and his yellow jacket blazer with his face all over it to match. Yeah, so these guys are fighting each other.
Yes.
Pro wrestling. So, sportsmanship to start things here. Well, actually, I think we got to talk about Joe Gacy's Titantron music.
Yeah, you had like the peace sign.
Yeah, the peace sign. It said like inclusive Joe Gacy, like all this stuff about like safe space, everything. The music felt like it was like some trippy Nirvana. What would you say? It's like some ripoff of it. It sounds like a real song that they've just like bought or made for this. But
yeah, I'm gonna have to re-listen to this one.
Already, I was laughing. I was dying when he was walking out here with.
They're putting a lot into this guy. Yeah, for sure.
They realized like this is money.
Yeah,
this gimmick should be going on the main roster too. This gimmick would get even more hype if it was on Fox. Yeah, 100%. So right off the bat, there's a handshake and Jiro accepts. Jiro then cartwheels, goes for some strikes, goes for an arm drag, but then arm drags him. There's a series of them. Jiro then hits a running Hurricane Rana. Gacy gets up and goes for the handshake again, and Jiro accepts. There's then a corner splash from Gacy. So we start to see he does do wrestling moves. Yeah. Like he does moves. He also does the Bret Hart suplex, Joe Gacy.
The Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, you got to lift up when you do it. Jiro comes back with this sort of drop-down backstabber to the head kind of thing. And then Jiro does his jacket punches.
Yeah, he has his hands in his pockets and punches away
with
using
the blazer.
His jacket. Yeah.
Yeah. He then gets Gacy up top and hits this avalanche, like flying head scissors, which look pretty cool. But as he runs the ropes, Gacy sends him flying and then runs at the ropes himself to do this, like, what is it? Like almost like
a handspring into the
lariat. Yeah, handspring into a lariat. Reminded me of Brody Lee or Hangman kind of thing, but hits this clothesline, this lariat, turning Jiro spinning here, just inside out. and pins him just like that. Joe Gacy wins.
Yeah, interesting seeing him actually be dominant here, because I think the last couple of times we've seen him wrestle, he was just... Grimes, destroyed him, didn't he?
Yeah.
So this was Gacy getting a win. I think commentary actually did quite a good job here, trying to get around the character, because Beth was basically saying, look, this is wrestling. Why? It's kind of what I've always said. Why do these wrestlers always want to have fun? It's wrestling. It shouldn't be a participation thing. And she's going, he's talking buzzwords without really saying anything, which is kind of what my criticism was. It's like he's saying the words that, using words like triggered, but not really making much of a deal with it. Whereas Wade Barrett is also going, why are people booing this guy? Nothing he's saying is wrong. And he's showing sportsmanship before the match. He shows sportsmanship after the match. He picks him up and helps him out. And you're waiting for, I'm watching the match, waiting for the low blow, waiting for him to pick him up after and, destroy him. But no, he's practicing what he preaches right now.
Right now. Mm. Yeah. After the match, he picks him up, he hugs him and goes, good job. We both won tonight. Yeah. And then he leaves. And Jiro's like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I love it.
Whilst wearing a blazer with his face all over
Pro wrestling. Yeah. NXT 2.0 is dead. Watch this match. I liked it. I'm interested in his character. Yeah, we joked a few weeks ago, oh, great, another spin the wheel woke guy. But, let's see where this guy can go with it. Especially if they got this buzz behind it, they're gonna push it even more. I do think he's gotta push some boundaries, but I mean it's still week by week right now. Yeah. So, but yeah, I did love the music. It made me laugh. So I'm of course this guy's got this vibing song, rock song that's peace, love, and all that stuff. But secretly he's terrible. It's.
Yeah, he's got to be a piece of shit underneath all this.
Lives for New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that shit. Well, I wrote down who...
Well, as he's walking out, there's this, fucking neo-Nazi looking dude in the stands just staring at Gacy.
Right.
And, has a bit of a stare-off, and commentary are oh, well, I guess... Not everyone is happy with what Joe Gacy is talking about.
Or is this guy going to be one of his minions?
Or is he going to be he was a big, scary looking dude.
Dude, it's Parker Boudreaux.
Oh, was that him?
Yeah, he shaved his head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this guy's now going by Harland.
Harland. Just Harland?
Harland.
Okay.
Parker Boudreaux was this guy you've probably seen. I know he follows us on upNXT Twitter, which you all should too. He's just the comparisons to Brock Lesnar, obviously.
Yeah, clear.
But maybe the haircut is to get away from that. I don't know. He looks very weird with the haircut like this, but
yeah, I didn't recognize him with the shaved head, but he looks scary and
genuinely a scary looking dude.
But definitely gave me kind of alt far right wing, vibes here.
He's just, I'm rewatching the clip now, and he's just, staring at him while this guy's,
He doesn't look
in
like
the
a
crowd.
nice guy.
No, he looks terrifying, but
Yeah.
Gacy smiles at him.
Okay.
And, praises him. Oh, you're okay. So maybe he is going to be,
It's to say Gacy likes everyone.
True. But, hey, maybe this is going into this thing, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Because this big, giant, scary man is actually, the nicest guy.
Maybe.
And then they'll make him a dancer gimmick and sweet tea or whatever else they do with big guys to give them funny gimmicks. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm interested in seeing that guy wrestle. Harland now is what we're calling Parker, and he genuinely looks like he would rip you in half.
Yes.
So interested to see if he does team with Joe.
But it's clear they're putting a lot behind this act, and interesting to see where it goes.
Yeah. Well, we go from the giant, American History X looking guy to Cora Jade on a skateboard.
Oh, yeah.
It's a real tiny skateboard. I know they're popular right now. Those little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. This video is weird. She's got a match next, so they were like, here's this skater boy.
I don't mind that they're doing this. It gives a little flair of who they are, their character. But it's just instead of doing the match graphic up next.
Yeah.
Showing who it is. It's just a bit of a flavor of their personality. She's the skater girl.
This was you're watching Disney Channel.
She's like happy Darby. You got sad
Happy
Darby around.
But she's dressed like an emo kid too. I don't know.
No, but she's happy about it. I said this before. I find emo music pretty happy.
Yeah, it's true. This was like hip hop music. Her music is like a punk song or something, but this video is like a hip hop song.
Yeah.
Should have been Skater Boy by Avril, but
It costs money.
it does. Yeah, tell that to Tony.
Can't? You just want him to buy Skater Boy
For no
Darby. Darby changes his
That'd be
theme
great.
to
Skater Boy? Yeah, that is
That'd
a
be
banger.
cool.
That is a banger.
Yeah.
That is a banger. Yeah.
I prefer Complicated.
Complicated, yeah.
great song.
No, I like Damn Cold Night or whatever
Yeah,
that one
that's
is.
a good one.
Yeah. Avril, man.
Yeah.
Avril. And she's from here.
She is.
Yeah, one of my first concerts. Saw her at Fairview Mall,
Wow.
Toronto.
Yeah.
She did a mall tour.
Damn.
That's how Canadian she was.
Yeah.
I'll play at your mall for free. That's what she did.
Wow. That's good for you.
The world used to be like that,
Yeah.
man. Let me tell you. Avril,
Avril at the mall.
she ran. Let's go to the mall.
Yeah.
It's just like that. Yeah, the Cora Jade video. This one made me laugh. Like, really? I know she's probably like 20 years old, but it looks like this is a high school. Like,
Yeah, she is young.
it's like, what?
Yeah.
Well, if the Skater Boy video didn't piss me off or make me laugh, wait till you hear about this one. We see Duke Hudson sitting at a poker table in a gold shiny vest, a waistcoat thing, whatever you call it, you Brits. I don't know if he's an Aussie, right? What would he call that? Probably a waistcoat too.
Like a fucking
Gold something. Duke Hudson says that he is a professional poker player. Yeah, that's right. We go to the poker room, which seems to be his talk show or something, and he says, all your money's welcome. It doesn't matter because I'm going to take it all anyways as some music plays. I got Fandango vibes. I got, I don't even know.
We had a conversation the other week about gimmicks we haven't seen in wrestling, and we mentioned Chef and Magician.
Right.
And when this segment started and I saw the waistcoat and him shuffling cards, I thought we were getting our Magician.
You were about to lose it.
I was, It's like someone's listening. They made Duke fucking Hudson a magician.
But no.
Instead, he's a poker player. Why? No idea. I'm just waiting for him to kind of... he's going to have a catchphrase about the odds, right? It's going to be like, may the odds ever be in your favor or something like that.
There's so much you can do with that. Like, spades, or call a spade, diamonds. He could talk with the diamond mine.
Yeah.
And like, there's so many. You got a royal flush.
Yeah.
What other things is there in poker? I'm
It's
not
a
good.
gamble to take me on.
I'm not good at poker. I can't play poker. I got to relearn. I
Yeah.
played like once or twice, and I'm not good. We should do a poker night. We talked about that. Maybe they heard us talk about that. A poker player gimmick, though.
Yeah, I don't get what this is.
Like, come on.
Like, we've got on Impact, Swingers Palace. They play poker on that every week.
Yeah, okay.
So is he just going to be the Johnny Swinger of NXT?
Well, he's like
You're going to have Cameron Grimes lose all his money.
Ooh,
in a poker game.
Right. With Franky Monet on their date.
We'll have the APA there 1 week.
Now you're reaching, but yeah, okay. We should do.
Isn't that what they always do? Whenever it's
Yeah.
like Legends Night, it's just Ron Simmons playing poker backstage.
Yeah. You could get anyone who was involved in the WWE ECW poker night. They did that one time.
That was a thing.
Yeah, a strip poker night.
Oh, okay, right.
Why is this guy?
I think Joe Gacy will have something to say about that.
Yeah, you definitely would. Yeah, I definitely don't understand why this. Like, really?
Yeah, it's really occupations.
Like, come on. I know that genuinely people love poker, and there are people who... Maybe this guy literally loves poker.
I honestly thought we were going to... Because we get all the, sports bet and poker stars and all those commercials with Neymar just advertising. I thought there's one with GSP, isn't there?
Yeah.
I thought it was just one of them. I thought it was...
I didn't think it was part of the
break.
show. Yeah, I didn't think it was part of the show.
And then we realized
then I
it's
looked
Duke
at this
Hudson.
guy like, wait a second, that guy's been wrestling, kind of. Yeah, so the gimmick is a poker player.
Yeah.
Royal flush.
Yes. Is that going to be his finish?
The royal flush. What would it be?
Oh, it could be the big blind. If he's got like an elbow to the back of the head, it could be the big blind.
Because he plays other games too, like blackjack. I like blackjack.
Monopoly.
It's not a card game. I like big too.
Okay,
similar to President or whatever, but Crazy Eights he could do.
Shithead, that's a good game.
Yeah. This gimmick is that.
Yeah.
I know it's literally the first promo, and
I do like Duke Hudson. I think he's someone who does have a personality and some charisma. It's a weird gimmick, but let's see where it goes. But
it better go so meta that like when he makes his main roster debut, they're like, oh sorry, he's late, because then it cuts to like clips of him like in Vegas for one of the special. Because you see this poker on TV. It's such a for some reason poker's always on TV, and you see people wearing their sunglasses and their caps indoors. This is what he needs to go to. I don't want to see him wearing a gold. He's the dealer here. This guy.
He's the croupier.
This guy's dressed like the dealer. He's wearing a gold vest.
True.
Like he looks like he's wearing the tux. Like he's the one dealing. Whereas I need to see him be the guy who's like tricking people.
Okay.
Bluffing.
We have Many Saints in Newark coming out a couple of weeks before its release. We've got Tony D'Angelo.
Right.
We've got the James Bond film coming out this week, and suddenly we've got a poker player.
Casino Royale.
Yeah,
it's exactly. Yeah, really weird. Really weird that they're going with a professional poker player as the gimmick. We're still waiting on the chef and the magician. He could turn into a magician.
I hope so.
But just really strange. It's not something. Not like go to a casino and you think, that dealer really should be a wrestler.
So is he going to do stuff? Because he's a heel, right? Duke Hudson. Is he going to do stuff where he'll like manipulate people and lie to them, and then we'll just be like, it's bluffing?
Right? Yeah. so bad, but I'll probably love it in 3 weeks. So.
I love it already. I think I've talked myself into it.
I was gonna say, what are other poker catchphrases that I want to hit? No, hit me is like blackjack. That's not.
I mean, there's already the show All In, but you'd have
All
to go
in.
You'd have to yell All In before hitting your finisher, wouldn't you?
Yeah, get downstate involved. Be great. The Royal Flush definitely needs to be the finisher. Yeah, definitely. Wow, he can hang out with the eight. What is it? The spades. Who is the? He'll
Well, the Diamond Mine.
He'll start a crew with the Diamond Mine.
Shayna Baszler, Queen of Spades.
Queen of Spades. He'll hang out with Tanahashi, the ace.
Yeah. You can do the figure 4 of a kind leg lock.
Some sort of figure 4 of a kind leg lock. Yeah. He can hang out with some crazy eights, Toxic Attraction. Yeah. It'll be fine. It'll be great. The poker player, the character we all wanted in our wrestling. Yeah. I've talked myself into it too.
Yeah.
I fold. We go to Cora Jade, the skater. She's coming down to the ring. She's going up against Virginia Ferry. Well, we thought that's what the match was going to be, but Franky Monet attacks Virginia, beats her up ringside, hits the face crusher, the double chicken wing face buster, and it's now Franky Monet versus Cora Jade, as Robert Stone is yelling hey, she's going to take this spot. So the ref allows it, and that's what's happening. Franky beats down on Cora early on. There's a series of strikes, and then sets her up for the Meteora knees in the corner. Cora's boyfriend, Trey Baxter, he comes out. He's in her corner.
Not dressed as a superhero.
No, he wasn't. He was here to save the day, though. But will he? He's in her corner. He's cheering her on. There's a knee in the corner from Cora when she comes back. Monet spears her, though, which looked pretty good. There's a near fall.
Yeah, that spear looked...
Yeah.
She mauled her.
Yeah. She picks her up and goes for that chicken wing face buster, the implant buster, but Cora counters with a roll up and gets the win. Cora Jade pins Franky as Cora and Trey kind of run up the entrance ramp here as Franky is in shock. Robert Stone is in shock. Oh boy. But this feud doesn't seem like it's over. We might see a rematch. But Cora picking up the win.
Yeah, big win.
Something her boyfriend couldn't do.
Is that going to play into it? Is Cora going to have a bit of a winning streak and Baxter a bit of a losing streak?
Keep losing, yeah.
Maybe.
So no superhero.
No superhero yet. But
the skater and the superhero.
Yeah. I like it.
Are you okay?
I don't know, man. Yeah, like, sure.
Yeah.
It's no, it was a surprise, Cora Jade winning this. But yeah, I assume it's going to lead into a bit of a story with Trey Baxter. They've featured them quite a bit the last few weeks.
Yeah.
So we'll see where it goes.
I do like what is Will Smith and Jada Smith called entanglements? I like entanglements in my wrestling.
Yeah.
We always say, you know, if you watch like one of those Misawa Kawada matches or whatever, Misawa Kabashi, and you go, yo, if you go into this thinking that one of them slept with the other's wife and that's why they want to kill each other, makes the match way more interesting.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Same thing could go with Trey Baxter could be the one that turns heel and like in kayfabe, like cheats on her or something, and then it's like, well, makes the storyline. I don't know. They're going for this like Degrassi teenage angsty thing. They're saying, you know, balls. They're doing dick jokes a lot more. They're definitely going for this product that it's like, yeah, but are you? It's like Steve Buscemi. Hello, fellow kids. It's like, who's writing this though? Because is it Bruce Pritchard or are actual young people writing this?
I mean, I assume it's. I doubt it's young people.
Yeah, yeah. The jokes are just not hitting like.
But also, like we're not the target age.
Sure.
Like we're both in our 30s now.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like maybe if 18-year-old would fucking love.
But you're like,
this.
I love dick jokes. I like smoking weed. I like watching skateboard stuff. Why is it's not? It's like it's really watered down. Like everything is like. But it's
I kind of think that's always been the case with the wrestling.
Yeah, for sure. They take something that's popular and try to think like poker playing, skateboarding. They're gonna make it these hot new things so popular.
Yeah.
But no superhero for Trey Baxter.
Not yet.
The Twitch chat's reminding us that AEW's doing the poker thing, the ladder match, and they got the Joker.
Oh yeah.
In it, so that could be something.
It's gonna be Penta.
Yeah, it better be. Fucking better be. We go to MSK with Mackenzie Mitchell, and they got their tag team match later tonight, the Fatal 4-Way, when they're interrupted by Grizzled Young veterans who kind of say you guys are basically shit tag team champions.
Yeah, he's like, they've never had their like one-on-one match. You keep avoiding us, and now, sure, you're putting the title on the line, but there's two other teams you can pin.
Right.
What about our match?
So MSK say you want that match. How about tonight? Elimination rules. So if a team's eliminated, it gets pinned or submitted, they have to leave the match and the match continues. And that's when the other two teams kind of just show up and go, oh, why wait? And then everyone just starts fighting and brawling. Trick and Carmelo Hayes, the two rough guys, bar guys, cowboys,
Josh
farmers.
Briggs and Jensen.
They look like farmers. Yeah.
They look terrible.
And all of them, everyone's fighting. So that's the match later tonight. We go to Ciampa, who says, he's being interviewed here. He says, Breakker seems like a real strong guy. And that's why I'm excited to fight him. I want that match. He stepped up. He's going to have that opportunity at the title when Ciampa is interrupted by Joe Gacy. That's what he meant by all inclusive, because he's always here. He says, you said you want to face someone that has big balls. Well, that's awfully specific. Balls, that's toxic energy. He says, the strength of your privilege from being champion is speaking here. You're coming from a place of privilege, Ciampa. Well, I speak for the struggling to be heard. And the people, they speak through me. And well, we would like to be included in an opportunity. Ciampa's a little taken aback here. Seems a little confused. And says, well, how about this? You versus me next week. And if you beat me, you can be added to the match to make it a triple threat title match at Halloween Havoc. And Gacy's happy about this and says, thank you for this, and I'll see you next week. And Ciampa says, oh, but Joe, next week, that ring ain't gonna be a safe space. Not for you. So, damn.
This is where, for me, the character has started to make a bit more sense. I think in the previous weeks, whenever he's talked, it's been a bit directionless because he's not targeting anyone. I quite liked the picking up on the balls line and being like, hey, it's kind of offensive. It's not inclusive. I think that works. That's where this gimmick can really work.
Yeah. And
talked his way into a championship opportunity.
Yeah, I feel like he could get DQ'd and gets added to this match. It should be a one-on-one.
I think that's where this whole NXT 2.0 thing is kind of interesting because you feel like they could do anything at this point.
Welcome to NXT 2.0 where nothing matters.
Nothing matters. But no, I thought this worked with Ciampa here, and I like the won't be a safe space for you. It's working for me, this character.
The greatest gimmick of all time, Joe Gacy, in all of pro wrestling.
I wouldn't go that far, but
yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
Second place.
The poker player.
The Undertaker.
Oh, right. Yeah, right.
Joe
then
Gacy,
the poker
then the
player.
poker player.
Then the garbage dude. Yeah, definitely those are the highest.
Dude, the dumpster.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. I was going to say...
When's he coming to NXT 2? Does he have a kid? What about, was Captain Kirshner?
Someone at the bar last night was really on with us about Captain Kirshner. Captain Kirshner as a wrestler. He was trying to school us on like, you guys like who? You like these wrestlers?
Was it Corporal Kirshner?
Corporal Kirshner.
He was like, he only watched WrestleMania 17 because he thought Corporal Kirshner would be in the gimmick battle.
And I was like, really? That was the only reason you watched WrestleMania 17?
He bought the pay-per-view for Corporal Kirshner.
He's like, yeah, that's the reason why. Why else would I have watched it? I don't know. The Rock versus Stone Cold, TLC 2, China... Ivory?
Yeah. Undertaker Triple H.
Corporal
Kirshner. Possibly appearing in the gimmick battle royal. No.
So this guy's...
His money was wasted.
Yeah. He wants his refund from WrestleMania 17.
We won't tell this guy the name of the show.
And if you're listening, we love you. Yeah. We go to Cameron Grimes versus Pete Dunne. So earlier tonight, Grimes was looking for love, but instead, he's getting a fight here tonight with Pete. Both guys, Grimes and Dunne, are showing off their technical skill here, I thought. Especially Pete Dunne doing a lot of the classic, the Liger cruiserweight moves in the video games and stuff. These guys were going pretty fast. Grimes hits a running Rana and then tells him to kiss my grits. There's then a clothesline from Pete and then starts stomping on the elbow of Cameron Grimes here. There's then strikes in the corner, but Grimes comes back with an enziguri. There's then a flying forearm. There's drop kicks in the corner. Grimes does the Bryan Danielson running drop kick in the corner pretty well. It looks vicious here. There's then a crossbody off the top. Pete comes back with knees to the arm, a German suplex, and then stomps on the hands of Grimes again. I guess he heard Grimes earlier saying he was looking for love, so he's going to hurt Grimes' only true love at the moment. His hands. Stomping on him. He's beating him up. There's an enziguri coming back from Grimes. Ridge gets in the way somehow. He's interfering. Grimes does hit his cool backflip into the German thing. I love that move. He kind of slips it up here and still gets it, but I love the fact that you backflip over someone and then do the move. Ridge, though, gets involved. Kyle O'Reilly shows up. He starts beating up Ridge Holland. But then gets thrown into the commentary desk here, which looked great. And then Grimes, with the distraction, runs at Pete for the cave-in, but Pete scouts it, locks in the bitter end, and Pete Dunne pins Cameron Grimes to the moon.
Yeah, pretty fun match. I like both these guys. I hope we see... I mean, Pete seems to be on a good path. I hope Grimes... doesn't get too lost with the comedy thing as much as I think it's going to be fun watching him try and date. I do really like his wrestling, and I thought these two worked together pretty well. And the beatdown outside was pretty good. Ridge launched Kyle. Vic almost didn't get out of the way.
Yeah, he didn't. He threw him.
Also, where was Vic's suit? It's casual Tuesday for the commentary team tonight.
They stopped wearing that. That's the fancy dress now.
Has it not been since the new?
I mean, since after the